another edition of the SDK Show brought to you by MacCoffee. Power your now. And in today's episode, I've got a producer, I've got a director, I've got a filmmaker, I've got a wildlife photographer. Well, they're not four people, it's just one person, and he's also left-handed. Feisal Malik joins us today. So, director, producer, filmmaker, wildlife photographer, Feisal Malik, welcome on board, bro.
Asante, you're making me blush.
No, man, I mean, that's quite a big portfolio over there, you know, and I believe there's another feather which has been put over there, but we'll come back to that later on. Now, Feisal Malik, tell us about yourself. Introduce yourself to the viewers.
Okay, like you said, I'm lefty. No. I'm left-handed.
Left-handed, man, we rule.
Well, my interest in photography started pretty early. I think as a child, as a teenager. I must have been about 12 or 13. Wow. My mother encouraged me into theater very early. I was 6 years old. Yeah.
That's nice. You know, considering from the Indian Asian background, they tell you, no, don't go into movies, don't go into theater. Yes. It's very nice of her to push you into
No, my parents really encouraged me. Like I said, my mother took me to the National Theatre at the age of 6 to try and get me on stage there.
Wow.
They said I'm a little too old, so I had to wait. But at the age of 8 is when I was first on stage, representing my school.
Okay.
My father encouraged me a lot in terms of whenever, like my transition in education from primary to high school, high school to university, the motivation was pass your exams and do well and you'll get a camera.
Oh.
So when I passed my KCPE, I got a basic camera, but I loved it. In fact, I still have it.
That's your first camera?
That was
Which
my
one
first
was
camera, Olympus Trip Junior.
Wow.
I still have it. I still have it. Antique, ancient, ancient, but I still have it. So, you know, that's how it went on. Then,
so you started off as a photographer?
As a stills photographer, yes.
Not as a stage artist?
No, I started off as stage acting.
Stage acting?
In primary school.
Yeah, let's run through it step by step.
Right.
So stage acting came first?
Stage acting came first in primary school, went through in high school, in university. I was always doing it. Then after my university, I got together with a few friends, started what we call Castaway Productions, and we used to do theater, you know, just for the fun of it. So that's how theater got embedded into me.
Self-taught, or you were trained into it?
I would say self-taught, but my mentor was Alauddin Qureshi.
Oh, legend.
Yes, legend, and I have a lot of respect for him. I worked under him a lot. He taught me a lot. James Falkland, the late James Falkland as well. He taught me a lot. So I didn't go to school, but I learned under these guys. Basically, as they would direct me, I was just watching them and learning. And that's how I picked it up. And photography, like I said, I started it as a hobby. And when I graduated from university, my dad bought me this camcorder, a very basic camcorder. And at that time, I'd started a safaris business, which I ran for 13 years. So I used to take it along, and of course, you're filming wildlife, and that's where the passion picked up. And video is actually many still pictures put into one frame. That's what video is. And I realized I have an eye for it. And I took it up further and got into the industry through the back door, again, through acting. I started acting on commercials.
Yes. I remember there was a very, very popular commercial of yours of the chai, you know, where you're like...
Yes.
You know, I'm sure YouTube that
it is on YouTube, where I'm teaching my friend how to drink tea through the Indian way, through a saucer. So yeah, those are one of my first pieces I did. But the end goal was to end up behind the camera.
Okay, so you had a whole plan in your head. Like, you had your vision written down. That this is what I want to do.
I want to end up directing and producing. That was the end goal. Touch wood, I seemed to have been good at acting, because a lot of people wouldn't let go. I mean, I had an instance where I produced a TV series, and it was a comedy. I even helped in the script development, and 3 days to the shoot, the client told me that, you know what, you're going to play the main role.
Whoa.
I had already cast. I told him, but I've cast. I've got somebody. and I'm producing. And they're like, no, you're producing, and you're going to act as well now.
Wow.
So 3 days, had to get the script under my belt, and so yeah, that's how I got into production. Then at university I started a camping safaris business, specializing in photography and filming. I used to get one-off jobs for film production on contract basis, and the work started picking up. And at some point, my safaris and film production work were at par. And that's when I decided to jump and said, all right, instead of just doing it on a freelance basis, start my own production house. And that's where Visual Africa Films.
So it goes hand in hand with the safari and the...
Well, yeah, then eventually I had to close down the safaris.
Okay.
Because the work was so demanding for production. I was doing work in Nigeria, in South Africa, in Zanzibar. So I was getting very hard to manage.
You're also on the Kenya Film Board or something?
I was. I was the Secretary General of the Kenya Film and TV Professionals Association. I'm still a member, but I couldn't carry on. It's my tenure ended. But currently, I'm the Secretary General of the East African Film Network as well. Yeah.
Now tell me, let's talk a bit about drama now. It's like, what's your take on drama then and drama now? I mean, it's like, some people say it's a dying art, and it faded away and everything. I mean, at the moment, yes, we've got a lot of other people who are trying to build it up by putting up stage shows and all that stuff. But it's a real hustle and a struggle. What's your take on that?
My opinion is, until government needs to come in and subsidize theatre, just like the way it happens in the UK, in the US as well, where theatre is subsidized. And that makes it profitable. That makes business sense of it. But currently, as we are, it's difficult business. Like I said, I did run theatre initially, but because of the way we were struggling, we thought the best thing is just have a structure where whoever's involved in the production in whatever capacity, this benefits. But you can't really build a business out of it. Scripts are just so many, talents are just so many, and what happens eventually is, so it's the
audience is not enough.
The audience as well is not enough.
Or it's diversified, or is it like the cinemas and the movies and all that, so people don't appreciate?
I think you need a taste for theatre. You need a taste. It is brilliant stuff. Let me tell you, the culture of theatre going is amazing.
It's deep.
It's deep. It's amazing. To appreciate that art and everything. But like I said, the scripts are only so many. I mean, you could have a look at what's running locally here, and you will realize a lot of the scripts are reruns. There's stuff that
like there are hardly any original scripts.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. You see that
movie knockoffs and this stuff.
Exactly, and even locally, people are not making that effort to write a script. That let's do something local.
So it's not sustainable. That's
not. No.
That's the bottom line.
It's not. It's not. It's something that you would do for the fun of it on the side. That's my take on it. I mean, which is why, I mean, for me, I think the last time I was on stage was 2013, 2014.
Few years ago, you did a stage at Oshawa.
Yes, that was the last time I was on stage. Why? Because, I mean, you need at least 2 months to do it, and you've got work happening. How do you now start drawing a balance between your work, where you're bringing food to the table, where something you're doing as a passion and you're just covering costs?
Would you say it's the same for photography as well? That's the sustainability is not there. Once upon a time, everybody was a DJ.
Yes.
Everybody was a singer.
Yes.
Everybody was a dancer.
Yes.
Now everybody is a photographer.
Yes.
Everybody is a maker.
So photography. I mean, the digital world has revolutionized the industry.
Yes.
I mean, back in the days, like I'm talking, when I started, when you're shooting on film, you're thinking about your photographs.
And you have a real editing done.
Photoshop. And once you do your images, that's it. It's not that I'll take 10 and I'll choose the best. And you're selective because you've got a reel of 36 or 12 or 24.
Sure.
You can't just go and shoot photographs left, right, and center. So yes, digital technology has made photography more affordable now, which is good, but it's become quite competitive. You know, even if you look at the big, I mean, even in film, if you look at the likes of Nat Geo and stuff, they're taking amateur footage these days because digital footage has become, the quality is so high.
Good or bad?
Good in the sense, good for exposure.
Yeah.
Bad for the business. You know,
business.
when we were doing the digital migration here in Kenya, in the industry, we were very excited that yes, you know, we're going to get a lot of work coming in now. But that's not the case, because we didn't realize that when you go that way, it's now a level playing field, and you're getting a lot of people coming in with other things, and people's preferences are changing. I mean, a lot of guys,
even in terms of gadgets.
Yes, and people, you know, you prefer, I want to watch SAK and what is he doing in the mall today, as opposed to I want to watch this TV series sort of thing. You see, people have changed on that. Like there's this thing, I don't know if you've heard of Periscope. It's like an app, and people, you just load up your videos about yourself, and it's got a huge following. So you see, that's changing the whole thing.
So that's what is happening now. What do you see in the future happening? What would be the next trend from here now?
I think we're going to move swiftly from broadcast. You know, the traditional, conventional TV. You know, it's going to go more into personalized sort of entertainment. That's where I see it going, and it's already started. Facebook Live, you know, I'm doing a live feed, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. So I think we need to realign ourselves more towards that direction.
Yeah, in fact, I was watching Giant Pauline last night.
Right.
The Facebook Live has gone 360 now, you know, so that's like fantastic. They're actually showcasing and all that stuff. That's pretty good.
My name is Zablon. I'm 3-time Mr. Kenya, fitness freak and a personal trainer. MacCoffee morning gives me the perfect start every morning. It is very fast and easy to make it. I just have to open the sachet, pour it in the cup and add hot water. You don't need sugar or milk or anything else. It is fast, convenient and tasty. Above all, it gives me energy for the whole day. And what's better way to start my morning? I love MacCoffee morning. MacCoffee, power your now.
So directing, how did that happen, bro?
Directing, like I said,
Major difference between producing and directing, or
these days you have what you call producers who can direct and shoot.
Who can act also and write
and you
also.
and you have predators. Those are actual official terms. You know, when you're looking for work, you say I'm a predator. I'm a producer who directs, shoots, and edits.
Wow.
That's like, because again, you see the costs, the business dynamics have changed. Before, when a client gave you a job, you could say, yeah, I'll be the producer. I'm the guy who seeks the money and sees how everything's going to run. That's my director. That's my camera operator. Not old school, but I'd say it's the economics of it. You know, it's expensive. When you're going to, like, for instance, when I went to shoot in Nigeria, I did a documentary in a rainforest, and it was just me and my assistant, whom I sourced from Nigeria.
Wow.
Now, if I were to take crew from here, the full shebang, the cost of it, so it doesn't make business sense.
True.
So yeah, how I got into directing, I saved up. I saved up and bought myself my first professional camera, which I still have. Now you must be wondering, this guy just keeps his cameras and he doesn't get rid of them.
Yeah, I need to come in that store.
So I still have that. And when I came back, I spoke to a few friends and I said, look guys, I want to do something. And I produced a short film, and it started from there. Then I did about 2 or 3 with friends. People in theater, I tell them, look guys, you're getting an opportunity.
Let's do it. Yeah.
Let's do this, I'll cover the costs. And I started exposing myself like that. One of my shots, I got selected for the first Durban I think they called it Talent Campus, yeah.
Okay.
Related to the Durban Film Mart, Durban International Film Festival. And it was the first talent campus where they selected the top 40 in Africa.
Wow.
Talents, with potential, and I was amongst them. And we were taken for free to South Africa,
Wow.
hosted there for like, I think a week, taken through a workshop, taught how to develop our projects and stuff.
Your horizon.
Yeah. So that's how I got into directing.
Okay.
But it was very difficult to take off the actor's hat, because a lot of people had seen my work and were happy with it. The fact that I was very good at switching accents, and they said as facial expressions and stuff were good and very natural and calm. So it was very difficult for me to do that, because a lot of the client, no, but you and I, we want you to act, and I'm like, hang on,
So directing scope in Kenya, I mean, is it really huge?
It is. It is. There's a lot of talent here.
So you wouldn't say I want to migrate somewhere else and pursue it further?
No. I think for me this is perfect, because I do TV series. I've done TV series and stuff. There is a scope for that here. My primary focus of Visual Africa Films is wildlife. I'm in wildlife haven. Why would I want to leave Kenya?
Yeah, of course.
True. So I don't see myself leaving or relocating to another country to look for work. The work is here. It's to make it happen.
So you practically, like, you sleep with wildlife every other day, literally.
That sounds dodgy.
tell me your worst experience.
My worst experience.
Yeah.
I've got a couple of them.
Okay.
We were photographing elephants in Amboseli. Not elephants, all in Amboseli, but Amboseli is primarily elephant land. Yeah. And there was this elephant that used to always hang around the campsite, outside, we used to call him Dowdy.
Dowdy.
Okay. One tusked. He was pretty old then. I'm sure by now he must have died a natural death. He was grown, pretty old. One with a single tusk. And we were photographing him, and he started coming towards we were in a truck, in an overland truck, which is pretty high. So he started coming towards the truck, and he was face to face with the truck. And the driver was a bit jittery, but the Maasai guy told him, don't worry, this guy's not going to do anything. And all of a sudden, Dowdy then takes his trunk, wraps it around the bump of the truck, and starts tugging at the truck and pulling it. And then he was trying to find a place to put his single tusk. Now, thank God he just had one tusk. So he was trying to find a place, where he could put his single tusk and topple. Now, in the mix of all of this, the Maasai guy got scared and dived in the feet of the driver in the truck and hit the gear lever into gear. So now the driver is trying to start the truck, but because it's in gear, it's not starting. It's just jerking that way.
Oh my God.
And the elephant thinks that the truck's trying to confront him. So it was a tug of war, and he's trying to, and then the driver started hooting, and that confused the elephant a bit.
So that was a saving.
And that saved him, and I got the photographs of it.
So in that panic mode, you're still shooting?
I shot. The clients all sat back, and they're like, oh my God, this is it, we're done. But I hung out, and I got the photographs. There was that, and there was one, I was filming a documentary in Savo East on elephant poaching, and basically there was this male right about 5 meters from the vehicle. Now the vehicle has what you call a balcony door, which is an external door mounted onto the vehicle. Okay. So you're actually not sitting in the vehicle, you're sitting outside on the side, so you can get the full angle, when you're moving your camera. So I filmed him, and he was very still, doing nothing. He was just looking. So I said, this guy's not doing much, leave him. So I started focusing on two calves that were playing. And all of a sudden, this guy charged. And literally, he came here, And I was looking up at him, and, but he didn't do anything.
Interesting stuff. Now, tell me about, poaching and all that.
Yes.
It's big. It's sad.
Yes, it is. It is really sad. I mean, considering what the elephant population is now, I believe in Kenya is about 46,000.
Compared to?
Compared to in the 70s, I think it was about 250, if I'm not wrong. My statistics are a bit haywire because I did that documentary in 2013. Yes, the government is trying. The KWS is trying. You know, conservationists are trying to raise awareness. But the thing is, if there's a market out there, people will always want to buy. And unfortunately, in Kenya here, there's poverty, there's unemployment. I'm not trying to.
There are lots of contributing.
So I'm not trying to
factors,
justify it, but when you have to put food on the table, and somebody's giving you dollars, what are you going to do? But I think we just need to be positive about it, and it will. I believe it has come down significantly. It has come down significantly. There is awareness. One of the big things is China, which is one of the biggest markets, has now said ivory is illegal in China.
Wow. That's
so
awesome.
So there is light at the end of the tunnel.
Everybody does that. That's awesome.
Yeah.
So that brings us to this fantastic beast that I'm looking at right in front of me. Amazing. Elephants wear ivory. Feisal Malik, Tanveer Ali. Look at that. That's the cover of this fantastic book over here. Tell us more about that, Feisal.
Okay, this book, when I produced the documentary I just talked about on elephant poaching, it really shook me. And I said to myself, I must do something to celebrate elephants.
Okay.
So that's how this concept came up. And I had a collection of pictures.
Yeah.
And so I started working towards it.
Okay.
Fast forward to 2016, Tanveer was a good friend of mine, and a wildlife photographer.
Okay, so you guys joined forces
for
this?
Yes, he basically was in banking. He quit banking and he says, no, this is not
really?
me. Yes.
Wow,
yes,
that's
amazing,
cool,
isn't it? Amazing.
Leaving the whole money-making business.
He said banking is not me.
That's
you know,
awesome,
he's like, I'm a photographer.
Yeah.
And we spoke, and I told him, all right, come on board. And we started doing this.
So what is this book all about?
It basically celebrates elephants.
Wow.
Beautiful pictures about them. It's a light read. We talk about photography, our personal experiences with the animals, give tips on photography and stuff like that.
Okay.
It's not, I wouldn't say it's a scientific, like a research book as such.
Yeah.
It's more or less an easy read, you know, something you can just pick up and randomly open any page and read.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just looking at it. Wow, some of these shots are crazy, man. All these are taken by you and Tanveer?
Yes, he's taken, it's basically 50 images, of which he has taken 25.
And the book is over 100 pages, that's cool, man.
Yes, and it's quite a heavy book, it's 2 kilos.
I'm telling you, that's why it's on both my laps right now.
Yes, printed in India by HP, with the Indigo. HP Indigo, which is an amazing printer, amazing quality.
Quality is super,
The good thing about this book is, or rather the good thing about the Indigo, the HP Indigo is
heavy.
you don't need a minimum amount to make it cost effective. You could print 1, you could print 1,000, it's the same. Each book, this book, take a wild guess how long it takes to print one of these.
I don't know, maybe should be 30 minutes or so?
Under 5 minutes.
No way.
That's the Indigo for you.
Wow,
the HP Indigo is amazing. So under 5 minutes, good quality.
Yeah, sharp images.
What makes it again different, or maybe I should first talk about the concept behind this. We were going to sell this book with a DVD. The DVD on elephant poaching. And
that's the documentary.
The documentary, that we produced. I went to India last year for there was this competition coming up in India where I was going to be a mentor come presenter for the winners in Kenya, where the photographers would be brought to Kenya. So they asked me to come to the opening ceremony of the launch in India, and they hosted me there. I was there just for one night because I couldn't stay longer because of work's pressure here. And they told me talk about what you're doing. So I talked about this project. In the audience was HP India. They loved the idea. So they said, we want to come on board. And when I told them about either having a DVD or a flash disc, they introduced me to the concept of augmented reality. Now, this is the first book in Kenya with augmented reality. It's amongst the first wildlife books in the world with augmented reality.
Wow.
So I can confidently say it's a first for Kenya.
I gotta try that out. So
Yeah.
it's very simple.
Yeah, yeah.
You have to download the app,
Yes,
and it's both on Google Play and App Store.
yes.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. You know, generally Apple is ignored, but here it's there. Yeah, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So how does it work? You just download the app, launch it?
Yeah, I think first I'll just talk about a little bit about what augmented reality is. It's basically where you're able to, it's basically where you're able to pull off video clips from a picture using your smartphone.
Yes. Game, sorry.
So what we're trying to do with this book is you're bringing back the culture of reading through the smartphone as well.
Wow. So the whole book is there. You can just.
Yeah, not the whole book.
Just the images.
One documentary,
a
full-length documentary, a message, and 8 behind-the-scenes clips on filming, photographing wildlife.
Okay.
Now, another good thing about this book is it's got a conservation angle to it.
Okay.
We're actually, through the sale of this book, we're supporting the Elephant Neighbors Center, Jim Nyamu, the good work he does about walking around and creating awareness on elephants. So from the sale of this book, we're supporting him. We've got a page on him with his image, with his video message, and even written
So how
message.
many have you printed so far?
So far, we have printed 400.
400.
Of which 200 are in the UK.
Okay.
We launched in the UK at the MTM Awards, which went very well. Where again, Jim walked from London to Bristol, and at the end he was given an award by the MTM Awards, and we sold the book there. So
only 400 books. Why so low?
We've just started.
I was expecting like a 4,000 or something.
No, we've just started. The target is to go to 4,000. And like I said, the beauty about this book, there's no minimum. You don't need to stock up. If I even printed one.
So is it easily available?
Yes.
Where and
the UK stock is in the UK.
Yeah. No, tell us about the Kenyan.
We have 200 in Kenya. That's almost sold out. Are you doing a limited
edition?
No, no. Because you see, if you do a limited edition, the idea is to educate people. If you do a limited edition, that's it then.
So it is going to, in a few months, it will be easily available
in all
the bookstores.
What we're doing is like, with our launch, we've got 200. We already have another shipment coming, I think by next week. So we're going to regularly just keep on bringing in.
And how much are you planning to sell it at?
Each book is selling for 6,500.
6,500.
Yes.
That's pretty reasonable. And considering it's all going for a good cause.
For a good cause, it's good quality. You've got
a nice coffee table book.
You've got videos in there. It's not just a coffee table book. You've got videos in there. Maybe I could show you how the augmented reality works.
Sure. Let's look at something pretty.
I'll just try and see how we can.
I'm sure you've. Should I download it in my?
No, I've downloaded it.
So
I'll just. I don't want your coffee.
That's pretty cool, guys.
Yeah. So we'll just open up. I'll try and look for one of the pages that has it. This one. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So all you have to do is.
So basically, you go to your app.
Scan with iSmart Photo app via.
Yeah. So maybe you want to come across this way.
Video verification. ID.
I'm going to make.
So what if I don't have the book? Can I view it or not?
No. You have to have the book.
So this code is same or different?
This code is a one-off.
Okay.
It's a one-off code. You have to have the book.
So I can't.
To do
one book cannot view 5 people.
No.
Sorry,
no. You need to do it.
You
need to do it. Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to make you do it.
Yeah.
What you're going to do? The scanner. You're going to place it right on top of this.
Okay.
So I would like you to do it. So just place it on top of that image. Take it closer.
Oh, that's sick.
Because it's important we get it. If we don't get a picture or two of him, I think we'll have to get.
Oh, that's awesome, man. Seriously. Let's play some game.
So when you move away.
Oh, that's super, man. Guys, seriously, look at that. I'm looking at my elephant over here and I see this. I just removed my phone. I just come here and guess what? Amazing. Can we do that with one more clip? I'm finding this fun.
Yeah. Let's look for another clip. You can.
How smooth is it, man? It's super, man.
See which other clip we've got here.
It's like a proper infotainment over here.
See one where you can. This one here.
Okay, so here we are checking our mommy's tail, reading about them, and then whoop. Oh, that's sick.
You just get closer to the swamp.
And the quality is amazing, bro.
Well, it was shot on broadcast quality camera.
That's what trunks are for, yeah? A snorkel. Swimming trunks, right?
So how long are these videos for?
They're about 2 minutes, 3 minutes.
And how many of them are there?
There are 8 of them. There are 8 of these behind-the-scenes videos.
Yeah.
There is one message from the conservationist Jim,
Yeah.
and there's one full-length documentary, 1 hour, 52 minutes.
Awesome, bro. That's fantastic.
Yeah, yeah. So
Seriously.
you can pull it
I
off
like
as well,
that,
you
man.
see.
Can even watch it from
Yeah.
here. This is super, man. I mean, this is like, you know, innovation at its best over here, and you're putting Kenya on another level over here, man. Congratulations for that, bro.
Thank you so much.
We wish you all the best.
Asante.
To Feisal Malik and Tanveer Ali on your product as well.
Asante.
It's brilliant stuff over here, guys. That's the book. You can look for him on Facebook,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, or you can email elephants@visualafrica.tv
There you go,
if you want to
guys.
learn more about the book. Elephants Wear Ivory on Facebook. There's a group with a lot of following, and it's very active.
Good stuff, man. I mean, and for the work you're doing, you know, you need coffee to keep you going. And that's why we'll give you some MacCoffee over here.
Asante sana.
The hamper, the bag is
Asante.
ladies' bag. You can give it to mom.
No, I'll give it to Tanveer. Tanveer, the bag is yours, the coffee is mine. Sorry,
Okay,
buddy.
guys, keep watching, like, share, subscribe, and remember, it's no poaching.